Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. We finally got our avatar boards of Cloud and Tifa, and I'm really excited for this. They also updated the new player draw and the daily draw. They added some new medals to that, which I'm also going to talk about because it's kind of interesting and it almost has me wanting to pull, but we'll see. We'll talk about it as we go. There's quite a bit of other things as well. We're going to go through all of that right now. I think that's the 2.7.0. I covered in the whole entire video itself. If you guys want to see what's new and you don't want to go through the update notes, I'll show you each thing individually. But basically, we've got 4 new things, and the top one being more aggro missions. So anyways, avatar boards, straight up, I don't understand what's going on. This is a different pattern than what they usually do. So it's these sweet looking boards right here. And you know, I'm not even gonna second guess this. Like, I am jumping in this. Like, there's no way I'm skipping on Cloud, all right? Even my girl Tifa's gonna get some love. But this avatar board has everything. Besides the sexy looking outfit you can wear, we've got ourselves an attack boost 7 max, even though it's in Coliseum right now and it's not released yet. There's a 7 max early access and a defense boost 5. If you want to compete in PvP at like any high rankings, just to get even the silver tickets, I would say, sorry, the gold tickets, you would need a defense boost 5. It's not 100% right now, but now that it's in avatar boards, you've got no choice but to run the defense boost 5, because if you're not going to make it to get those gold tickets, especially at the last minute and all that. Defense boost 5 plus a defense boost 3 max on your PvP setup is like a must. There's no second guessing it. The third skill is attack boost 6 and Lux Plus. It's not a max skill, not a big fan. Push that to the side. So besides the avatar, like I was saying, currently that is the first attack boost 7 max. We got attack boost 7 already in the game, but it wasn't max, and the only way I thought we were going to get it this month at the end of the month was from Coliseum. And usually how they did it in the past was, while the skill was in Coliseum, it wasn't put anywhere else. You couldn't get it from avatar boards until after Coliseum. And I always saw the ways getting like free skills and early access to that skill until it came out. And I just noticed that I went into the PvP ranking. In the PvE section, when we look at the rewards, we have an attack boost 7 max with SP gauge 2, which is going to be a little bit different. So it's not really the same skill, but it is the same amount of power. Attack boost 7 max with SP gauge 2. So we really need that for most of our medals, especially if you guys got the new Sykes Plus medal at 7 stars or anything that has more than 3 to 4 SP costs, especially 4. 3 is doable, but 4 you really want to cut that down to like 2, 1, or 0. So this is always what I thought, like early access and all that, and it still is, because no one else is gonna have attack boost 7 max SP gauge 2 unless they drop another avatar board on us with that. But this should be the early access to this skill. They just released attack boost 7 max. Now those avatar boards are a must, guys. The little bit of extra damage from the 7 max is going to be incredible. I showed them my free-to-play account when I did the Sykes Plus. If I had 7 max on my Phantom medal while copying my Lexius Plus friend medal, I would have been able to pass the quest sooner than what I had to do to change my whole Keyblade setup. 7 max makes a big difference. If you guys are running 5 maxes on anything, replace those with 7 max. You're going to see a huge jump in power. If you're running 6 maxes, you really don't have to do that. 6 and 7 is going to be pretty much mandatory when it comes to PvP. Some people might get away with 3 maxes, 4 maxes still, like what I'm currently doing, but the rest of my medals really pick up that slack. Once you put it from like 3 to 4 to 7, you're going to see even bigger jumps in your damage. So basically replace anything with 5 max, but at the same time, don't jump the gun yet on putting those 7 maxes on medals you currently have 5 max on, because we don't know what new medals are coming. Prime medals are going to start appearing in tier 5, and that's because the next part of this update is basically giving us the new deals with more. So newcomers now have extra copycat medals here, the Beagle Boys, and you can see Pete there. And then the top drawer deal now has Shion and Kyrie included in it. And basically with this being here, and especially with the top drawer deal having guaranteed 7-star medals, as you guys can see here, you can get tier 4 or 3 7-star medal from the straw. I'm thinking that the prime medals, so these are prime metals. KR17 was a prime metal. Axel's a prime metal. I feel like there's only so many more tier 4 prime metals coming out, and then they're going to go to tier 5 prime metal, and so on and so on. So I'm not saying save your 7 maxes for that. I'm just saying the game's about to shift again into another power increase, and we know that Sykes right now has a huge amount of power. The Invisible that's in VIP has a huge amount of power, even at 6-star and 7-star. 6-star being the highest multipliers we've seen for a long time. 24 compared to everything else. So these guys are incredibly strong, and I feel like more and more medals are going to come out like this, not just from the organization event or VIP. I feel like this is just early access again to what's to come. So don't jump the gun just yet with those 7 maxes. Just give it like a week or two to see what's going on. A week the most, probably just this Monday, so not even a week, just to see what new medals are going to be coming. So that is really great to see that we have 7 maxes right now, because some of my medals are really hurting with 3 and so on. So I'm going to be updating the 3 ones for sure. So for these deals though, while we're here on this topic, yeah, we do get a daily deal of adding the Beagle Boys and the new Pete, but the new Pete, Copycat Medal, and Beagle Boys, it was a limited medal, by the way, guys. They weren't going to bring it out anywhere else, but they didn't really tell anyone. So those guys are not in the draw pool except for here. So that's the only way to get those 2 medals, and the only way, I think, to get Kingdom Hearts 2 nominate. I'm pretty sure she was special as well, and I guess this is where they're putting all their limited time special medals. So maybe somewhere down the future, we might have a draw with the collaboration medals, a daily collaboration pollable banner. That'd be kind of cool. But to talk about the newcomers deal first, guys, I want to look at the medals themselves and talk about in detail like why you really don't need to be chasing this. But if you don't have any of those medals yet, like the Kiara Bonds, Beginning Skies, this deal is really good. Once you get other medals like your buff medals and some attack medals, come down here for these backwards copycat medals, because they really do make a difference, especially the tier 5 Birth by Sleep trio. So for backwards copy medals, the Birth by Sleep is great, and the Beagle Boys, they are tier 3, so you can make them into a 7-star fairly easy with bronze tickets, which would increase your gameplay by a lot. All you got to realize is that when they copy something, let's say our highest multiplier being that 15 multiplier, it's only going to turn that multiplier into a 30. So being a tier 3 copycat medal, they're very on the weak side for copycat, because they don't really add too much to that. So 30 is basically prime Axel. Buzz and Woody here, they're 31 to 32 multipliers, pretty close to 32. And for this to copy one of the strongest medals like Warrior of Light or the Sykes and only get around the same amount of power is not that impressive. It is impressive right now, but not enough to dish out 1500 jewels to get a chance at it. So that's the Beagle Boys. You don't have to go chasing for the Beagle Boys, but it is the only reverse speed backwards, or I think they're backwards? Yeah, they're backwards, sorry. The backwards copycat medal. As for Pete's, Lion Pete here, being a tier 4, it's kind of interesting because, again, tier 4, there's a lot of prime medals right now that take priority for our 7 stars, but a tier 4 copycat medal wouldn't be too bad because, like I said before, the 15 multiplier, if we go by a tier 4, you're basically going to get yourself not too much of an increase compared to the 30 I was talking about, so like 34.50, which is around the damage mark of like Lingering Will. So 34.5 being copied by Lion Pete, that's pretty good, but not something that's super impressive. It's when you get into the tier 5s is when you see a big difference. So like when you copy something with Kiara Beginnings, Bonds, or Sky, being that 2.5 multiplier, you see more of a 37 close to a 40. So that is pretty decent damage. Again, nothing crazy like 45s and 50s with the top medals, but 37 is pretty high when you're copying those top medals when they are already 7 stars. So unless you have a bunch of 7-star medals, I would hold off on this until later on when you're already settled in and you've got like good 7-star high tier medals or high multipliers you can actually copy, because being copied by tier 3s and tier 4s isn't that impressive. The tier 5 ones, they do pretty good, but that's about it. This is something that you can kind of just skip out for now if you have some 5-star fairies, then getting these guys into 7-star would really increase your gameplay, because you can use these on the pet slot, on PvP, and copy any of your strongest attacking medals as a 7-star, again, with just a little bit less of a multiplier. From 5 to like 6, 7, and 8, it is a big difference when you get to 8 and 7, but it's still enough to show a ton of damage, especially in PvP. This is like kind of the strategy. So for top drawer deal, this is a little bit more interesting. The new Kairi and Xion are already in here, and their draw odds aren't terrible. But like I was saying, the 7-star medals, you can see this is going to be the first place where you can actually get tier 3 7-stars in pullable. Pretty much right there, Black Hole Mickey, Aladdin, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kairi. These are all tier 3s. These are all tier 3s here, sitting here, and there is no tier 4s. If I said that by accident, I think I said tier 4s are in here, but there is no tier 4s from what I can see. Correct me if wrong if in the comment section, but 7 stars, or was that 5 stars right there? There's the 7 stars. Here we go. So Sephiroth, Illustrated Sword and Pal. So no, I'm not wrong. There is tier 4s in here. Here we go. Sephiroth, Pooh and Piglet, all that. And then down here, when you keep going, here is the tier 3s. So there is tier 3s in here. Halloween, Goofy, the Shark. This is all tier 3s from what I can see. So unless they skip out on some of them, I can't see that right now. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but you can see there's a mixture of tier 3s and tier 4s, all having basically the same drop rate except for the tier 4s. They have a 0.19069 along with the boosted versions of themselves, where the tier 3s, there is no boosted version. So that's interesting to see. As for the guaranteed medals, the new Kairi and the new Xion, you have a 0.2% chance of showing up. That is actually not terrible, surprisingly, but it is the lowest out of everything else. If you look at everything else, 28% sitting on nominee 0.2 Kairi and Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi, and then that copycat nominee, like I said, that is only from this deal, has 11% chance. And then all the other buffers, the old Kairi and Xion has 0.6. So not even a percentage, but it still adds up. If you put the 4 medals together, you still have a pretty high chance of getting yourself a buffer. But most likely you'll be seeing 0.2 Kairi, you'll be seeing the nominee, and you'll be seeing Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi. So if you want to take the chance to try to go pull from here, it is 1,000 jewels. It is quite expensive. And the odds of getting something that you really need from here, and not just the first 2 medals you can see there, the 2 Kairis, Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi and 0.2 Kairi, the chances of getting anything else is kind of low. But when you look at it, there is 6 medals here that will actually help out. Like I said, tier 5 copycat medals are really good. If you get the other nominee, another good copycat medal, I still want that nominee on my main account because I'm missing out on it. And if you grab one of these and you have no buffers, you're got super lucky. So if you do want to try this, try it a couple times, but don't go splurging, because every 1,000 jewels you waste is 1,000 jewels less towards when the new Kairi and the new Xion come out as a mercy. When they come out as a mercy, they're probably going to be like a 10 mercy pull, which is like 30,000 jewels. So again, every 1,000 jewels you waste here is 1,000 jewels less towards the mercy of either of these Kairi and Xion medals, because you don't need the new ones to survive in this game. The old ones are more than enough to pass content in this game. So it's up to you guys. I'm going to try once in this video. I don't really need anything from here. This is probably going to be a big waste, but I'm interested in to see what 7-star medal I get. This I'm going to skip out on because my set's not complete yet. I still have lots to work on. That's going to be like a cleanup. So let's just try this daily draw. Let's see what I get. Watch me get super lucky. Whew, you guys are going to hate me. You already hate me for the draws I get, but let's see what happens here. Don't really know what I'm looking forward to because I have all the buffs. There you go. See? There you go. Let's see. Attack boost 1, so not crazy buffs with it, but that is a new 7-star medal, and there's the Kairi I said that would show up. This Kairi and the 0.2 Kairi you most likely will see, and this draw was completely useless, and I just lost 1,000 jewels. So I personally rather just save. I know a lot of you guys probably got lucky somewhere down the line and got Kairis from this and got Xion's, got the new nominee, but realistically 1,000 jewels is still pretty heavy. Even though this has a lot of value in it, the chances are you're not going to see what you want. So better to focus those jewels somewhere else. So that is pretty much the most important things of this update. There is the Newcomers daily boss challenge was very simple. I actually like this version. It's no jewels or anything like that, but you do get experience medals, which is not that big of a deal, not that exciting, but it's actually simple. It was literally just run in there, attack a boss. I used a stained glass 6-star medal. It did 1 hit and it was over. So you don't need anything crazy good. It's just a cheap, fast way to get experience medals, which was nice to see. And of course, the story quest update, like I said, 5 more Agrabah quests, 5 more than what we saw before. So keep doing them, please. I want more story update, please. That is pretty much everything for the update, guys. Most exciting thing here, obviously, is the avatar board, and I cannot wait to jump into PvP on my main account and free-to-play account, being that little bit more strong. But realize that whatever you have access to, so does everyone else. So if your power is still weak, you're not going to be able to win, but at least you have the RNG of Defense Boost 5 in there now, and you have one of the best Attack Boost 7s, or Attack Boost in the game right now. So, avatar boards, I honestly say buy both of them. 100% go for both of them. I didn't even say, oh, just wait till the last day. No, that has good stuff in it. That is good stuff. So, if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.